Christmas merely 4 days away. Now, enough from me and my red nose. Let's meet your candidates. First, we have Mr. Ebenezer Scrooge, Miss Holly Tinsel, the elf, Mrs. Frosty, the snowman, Mr. Grinch, and lastly, your longtime incumbent, Mr. Chris Kringle.
Oh.
Now, first, candidates, I would like to ask you to give me a brief opening statement as your mission as the next Santa. Miss Frosty, you are up.
Well, first I'd like to say what a great opportunity it is to stand here with all these amazing candidates. But jolliness, that's the basis for my campaign. As long as people are happy, then there are no problems. As Santa, I will ensure that everyone is as merry as can be.
Mr. Scrooge.
This may sound radical, but we need to abolish Christmas. It's a waste of time, effort, and money. Who cares about bringing families together or any of that hogwash? The North Pole should be converted into an amusement park called Haberdashery Wonderland.
Mr. Grinch.
Christmas is old and boring as such, and I declare the holiday no more than mush. And what is needed to ripen the mood but stinks, stains, and a foul attitude? And as for our Christmas feast, we'll feast on prime roast turd. We'll talk about a yummy dinner. If you're in favor of rotten roux, then I, no doubt, should be the winner.
Mr. Kringle.
Unlike some of my fellow competitors, I do not wish to change Christmas. Over the past 300 years, I have made and distributed billions of presents yearly, and I do not plan on stopping. Let's continue what we started. Re-elect Kris Kringle to keep the Santa you've always loved.
Miss Tinsel. We elves love Christmas. It's undoubtedly the best holiday. We love the spirit, we love making you presents, we love the snow. But do the people know about the abuses? We don't need to reform Christmas. We need to reform the factories. Thank you.
Thank you. Now I ask you all, how do you plan to change operations in the North Pole to compensate for the rapidly growing world population? Mr. Kringle, you're up.
Well, if re-elected, I'll keep doing what I've been doing. It's worked this far. A few more people won't change it. Let's continue what we've started. Re-elect Kris Kringle to keep the Santa you've always loved.
All right, Mr. Grinch.
Well, more people is more presents for me. I mean, you. The people I'll be taking from. I mean, serving.
Building the amusement park called Haberdashery Wonderland will create a whole new thriving city up here at the North Pole, which we can call Ebenezerville. This will in turn boost the economy, making population growth insignificant once the city and its thriving park are created.
We elves work hard, and adding more people shouldn't be a problem because of our hard work.
I need to interrupt you, Miss Tinsel, but I'd like to take it over to Mr. Scrooge and Mr. Grinch. Your platforms are often compared to one another. Is this a valid claim to make?
What my opponent fails to realize is that his plan is entirely selfish. With my plan, I will bring wealth to not only the North Pole, but the entire world.
And who do you think the wealth would go to, Scrooge? That would be you.
Oh, Candace, you booger-colored, built like a Christmas tree looking at.
You may not know, but I've spent many a night perfecting the stench of my armpit. There is nothing I love more than cause a frown, and God, you look so stupid in that nightgown.
Oh, go back to your little kid.
You're just a...
Okay, Candace, I encourage you to keep the spirit cheerful. In my viewpoint, population growth is a good thing. More people means more hearts that we can make happy.
Come on.
Careful, Frosty. Your warm heart's gonna make you melt. In a practical sense, what we need to do is create a healthier working environment which will increase productivity and creativity in our factories. Only then will we actually be able to bring joy to building.
Holly Tinsel is a lying freak. Are entirely safe and follow the laws.
Then how do you explain the over 1,000 elves working overtime to create all these stalking iPhone 10s?
Okay, competitors, please stop being naughty at this time of year.
If Frosty lost his ice, that would be very nice.
It's crucial that we remove funding from making presents and move it to a more profitable action. It's all about budget. Budget, budget, budget.
No, it's not. It's about presents. You don't want to cheat these kids out of what they want the most.
Just like how you cheated on Mrs. Claus.
Mr. Kringle, what do you have to say about these bold allegations against you?
I shall not confirm or deny in the name of Christmas.
But who's surprised? What What we need to do is focus on the mistreatment.
Mr. Ebenezer Scrooge is a selfish hand, perhaps even more selfish than I am. How's Tiny Tim, old bloke? He's probably crow.
That's enough. Now, a question for Frosty and Mr. Kringle. Frosty, you're running on a platform of jolliness. How does this compare to the merry standards set by Mr. Kringle?
Oh, well, I'm all about happiness. It's as simple as that. If the people are happy, then so am I.
Same goes for me. Face it, Frosty, you're nothing. You're the loser of Christmas. You're everyone's least favorite Christmas character. You just melt every year. I hope you die by being impaled by an icicle.
It's all about happiness. It's really all about happiness.
But did you how green? Because this time of year should be so very mean. Have some hot cocoa to whittle you to hail, and I'll drink the remains of a frosty cocktail.
Oh, do not forget that Christmas is not about you, Grinch. It's about money. Capitalism thrives at this time of year, and building a haberdashery wonderland can only help this. But creating the amusement park, we must increase present output.
But Scrooge, we must reduce the budget and fill kids' stockings with a 9-year-old chicken nugget and a box of bison pea. All the gifts are for me. The children will love all the gifts in my bag, but of course a wet, moldy rag.
Cheap gift is not it. We need to make Christmas into an economic holiday. More presents is more money. But this means that the elves have to work harder than ever to meet this new, high present output.
Hold on, you disgusting artificial Christmas trees. The elves are working hard as it is.
Please, Miss Tinsel. All right. This perfectly transitions us to our last question. This is easily the most crucial and touchiest in this election. What do you plan to do as the next Santa to help the terrible working conditions for elves in the North Pole?
I think we should.
As I said before, all is well here in the North Pole.
Who
gives a candy's cane about the elves?
Please just listen to me.
Hey, everyone, remember that Christmas is a time of year we should all be rejoicing.
Will you stop talking so that I can get to Rachel? For the love of Jingle Bells, let me speak! As the new Santa, I will create better working conditions and better wages for all of our workers. We elves are Fred. High stakes, everyone. Fed 3 gingerbread men and work 16 hours per day. That is simply unacceptable. There are young elves who are slaving away right now and are not being paid justly. We need a change, and I am the person to make that happen. Now, I would like to transition to our incumbent and ask him why he is not prioritizing his workers.
Oh, come on. Don't believe everything the North Pole Times prints these days. The elves are fine. They love it. Trust me. Let's continue what we've started. Re-elect Chris Kringle as the Santa.
No, sir, we do not love it. The health conditions that we work under would not pass a human's health inspection at a fast food restaurant. We need to make a change, and I am the person who will bring about that change. We need to overthrow this tyrant and make a new Christmas. Thank you. Next.
Oh. Thank you, Miss Tinsel. That was quite the rant. Nobody asked you to do that, but thank you. Next, I would like to take it over to Frosty, who proves to be the only kind one in this election. Frosty, what do you plan to do about the global warming issue in the world? Frosty? Can we get a medic? Frosty? Okay. It appears that Frosty the Snowman has melted. Everyone, please remain calm. Please remain in your seats as we quickly transition to commercial break. Thank you and have a good night.
There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, thespian officer, Baba Newton. Much like the officer sketch, Cabaret, again, is full of wonderful, time-honored holiday traditions. What are some of you and your family's favorite holiday traditions you guys share?
Well, a few years ago, my dad and I and the rest of our family started baking cookies. Hundreds of them. There are too many of them. Every year, and we would send them to all of our loved ones and just kind of spread the love this year.
Awesome. That's very nice. Very good. Yeah, guys.
And next up, we have Sydney McGilvery, who will be singing River.
I would like you to tell me what you think is your #1 top ultimate holiday song, but also I need you to tell me which one you could get rid of forever and never ever hear again.
Well, my favorite has to be Someday at Christmas by Stevie Wonder.
Ah, it's a good choice. It's a really good choice.
And my least favorite might be a controversial one, Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas.
I will agree that I think that one is a tad overplayed.
Up next we have Gretchen May singing Never Enough from The Great Show.
Let it stay this way. Can't let this moment end. You set off a dream in me, getting louder now. Can you hear it echoing? Take my hand. Will you share this with me? 'Cause darling, without you, all the shine of 1,000 spotlights, all the stars that we steal from the night sky will never be enough, never be enough. Towers of gold are still too little. These hands could hold the world, but it'll never be enough, never be enough for me. Never, 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 never for me, never enough, never enough, never enough for me, for me, for me. All the shine of 1,000 spotlights, all the stars that we steal from the night sky will never be enough, never be enough. Towers of gold are still too little. These hands could hold the world, but it'll never be enough, never be enough for me. Never, 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 never for me, never enough, never, never, never enough, never, never, never enough for me, for me, for me.
Ladies and gentlemen, Thespian Officer Gabrielle. So, Gab, recently you shared with me about the intensity in which your family participates in its Secret Santa, and how there are like actual like rules and limitations for certain people that they cannot wrap their gift in as it would be a dead giveaway. Would you explain to us some of those instances, please?
Yes, so first of all, introduction to my family's Secret Santa is we don't traditionally pick names. We send all the names to a third party who then mails out the picked names, and you cannot have the person you had the past 2 years to avoid repetition of having a person multiple years in a row. Then, because the Ramsey family is notoriously crafty, our rule is you either have to make the gift yourself or buy it from the maker, so either a farmer's market or a craft show or something of that sort, or Etsy is a common one too. And this year, there is discussion, actually it has been set, that we all have to wrap our gifts in brown paper, because if you have 2 gifts in the same paper, you know it's from the same family, so that narrows down your options when you're guessing. There's also no ribbon allowed, and we are currently sorting out how you can write the person's name.
Why no ribbon? Why no ribbon?
No ribbon? Well, I just don't want the ribbon. My mom wants the ribbon. I don't want the ribbon.
But you said the people in your family who like to tie their own ribbons and they make fancy knots and stuff. Like it's again.
Oh yeah, that's a giveaway. Like I can tie a knot better than like my grandpa. So it's like a giveaway.
That's a Secret Santa that I'm afraid of, but I would be interested to be.
is Maddie Burwell, Daniel Levine, and Ryan Jimison in a Christmas twist on Thank You.
Nice job,
Okay, so Kris Kringle, better known as Santa Claus. Okay, so you may all know him as the staple head, or just the main figure of Christmas, but wasn't always the case.
No, he went through every holiday trying to find the right one. Thanksgiving, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, New Year's, until he stumbled upon it.
This bright, shiny holiday.
The most merry and joyous holiday.
The best holiday of the year.
Christmas. But remember, this was not always the case.
Thought I'd end up with Kwanzaa. It wasn't my match. Used to rinse out Thanksgiving. Now I listen and laugh. Even bought a menorah. And for Hanukkah I'm thankful. I can continue to New Year's. Cause it was a banger.
One taught me thankfulness, one brought the light. Now Christmas is amazing, I celebrate and love. That's not what I see, look what I got. Look what it taught me, and for that I say thank you. I'm so effing grateful for the rest. Thank you. Next. Thank you. Thank you. Next. I'm so effing grateful.
Spend more time with the elves. Plus we deserve something else. We got better decorations. Some people say I move on too fast. Cause this name is Christmas, and we're so good with that. One time of
It brought the light. Now Christmas is amazing. Celebrated love. That's not what I see. Look what I got.
for that, I say thank you.
Thank you. Next. I'm so effing grateful for the rest. Thank you. Next. Next. Thank you. Next. I'm so effing grateful for the rest. Thank you. Thank you. Next. Thank you. Next. I'm so effing grateful.
I like to thank your dog, cause he grew from the drama. Christmas, cause it was a banger.
One taught you thankfulness, one brought the light. Now Christmas amazing, I celebrated and loved. That's not what I see. Look what I got. Look what it taught me. And for that I say thank you. Next. Next. I'm so effing grateful for the rest. Thank you. Next. Thank you. Next. For the rest. Thank you. Next. Thank you. Next. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Thespian Officer Caroline Dark. Caroline, you come from a very big family.
I do, yes.
So I can only imagine how hectic the holidays are or can be. Would you share just a little bit of what is probably the craziness that goes on in your house and or your extended family's house?
Yes, it is very crazy, but it's also my favorite time because I have family that lives all over, and there's so many of us, so it's the only time, like out of the year, sometimes we all get together. But don't get me wrong, it's 100% chaos. Sometimes I cannot hear myself think when I'm here. All right. Next up, we have Junior Nick Hunley and James Allison, along with seniors Nathaniel Smith and Quinn Motice, performing a Cardinal Theater tradition, Fantasy Adventures Abridged.
Alrighty, everybody. So Abridged starts now. So it's probably about time to start thinking up some ideas. So anyone have any like fantasy books we can pull from, you know? Inspiration.
Narnia and Harry Potter.
That's good. All right.
Oh, it's Fellowship of the Ring.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Classic.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Hey, you know that's an underrated fantasy. You know, really good as an action.
Just Two Towers.
Okay, yeah.
Cat in the Hat.
Lord of the a little weird. Still fantasy though, I guess.
I'm just shooting in the dark here. Return of the King.
All right, yeah.
Not the Lord of the Rings, dude.
Yeah. Anything else?
Twilight.
Oh, that's not fantasy.
Well,
Actually, you know what? Yeah, vampires aren't real. Yeah, vampires aren't real, so I guess it is fantasy. But we're not going to acknowledge that. All right. Any other ideas that aren't Tolkien?
all right. Oh, The Hobbit.
That I told you not Tolkien.
Okay, guys. Sorry. Look at Nick over there. He's just reading. He's not doing anything. He's not participating. Go get him.
Hey, Nick, is that fantasy?
Yeah, it's fantasy.
What is it?
Just some centaur erotica.
For professional adventurers, we sure to get lost a lot.
Over here somewhere in the Forest of Monsters.
You know, I really think we should have taken Highway 67. It would go right past Rummelop's castle.
Dude, Highway 67 is full of bandits. Plus, there are plenty of empty patches here in the Forest of Monsters. By my estimations, we'll be in one for about 3 days.
Sweet, an empty patch in the Forest of Monsters?
It was not very sweet because there's no such thing as an empty patch in the Forest of Monsters. Just patches for random encounters. Our heroes are going to be facing a Rightclaw, an abyssal fiend that has never been seen in its true form, as it always appears as a sort of twisted perversion of its target's greatest desires. The question is, who is its target? Hey, Nick! Rightclaw is after you!
Yeah, are we a part of the scene?
No?
Segway?
Segway. Hello? Anybody home?
Shh. We're in the lair of Strumpfa Lumpy. What? How do you? What's the one again?
Hey, he's a vampire.
Strumpflumpus, the vampire's lair.
Yeah, fantasy.
Yeah, you know?
Vampire Joe.
Shh. Who dare overcome my cover? Wait, what? Who dare overcome muddy boots?
What?
Who dares welcome my car with muddy boots? You humans have no respect. I'm going to punish you.
Wait, you're gonna turn us into vampires? You're gonna turn us into vampires?
That's what these fangs are for.
Oh, okay.
Now I think we should get out of here, guys.
He's gonna turn you into a vampire.
No, that's awesome. That's so sick.
What do you mean?
Think of the upsides. I mean, you live young forever. I don't know. You can walk on walls. You're an instant 9 out of 10.
Instant 9 out of 10? That's not how that works.
You seen an ugly vampire?
Think of the downsides, man.
Yeah, plenty of risks there, man.
Sure, I guess there's some downsides. I don't know. You can't go outside in the daylight. I don't really do that anyway, though. You can't eat garlic, and you can't touch running water, but that's about it.
I was once young like you and human. I made the same rationalizations. I haven't had garlic bread since 1368. Every day I struggle finding a reason to eat without it.
Man, I don't know. Didn't think about that, but it's still worth. Right here.
Right here. No. Right here. No. No.
Segway!
He always wasn't it. Classic fantasy.
You know what I think we're missing? I think we're missing a lot of romantic fantasy. See about this one. The Dragon, the Knight, and the Princess, Volume 6. Let's check it out. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful princess who was in love with a brave knight. Okay, boring, romantic stuff. Let's get this right. One day, the kingdom's peace was shattered when a dragon kidnapped the princess.
Hey, does this smell like chloroform to you?
The king said that anyone who could have her in marriage. Our brave knight, who saw this as an opportunity to win over his father-in-law and pay off the mortgage of his cottage, decided to stand up and face the dragon.
Dragon?
Yep.
I shall fire my trebuchets at you if you do not release my beloved.
You don't have a trebuchet, all right? Surely you jest.
I do not, sir. I do not jest.
Oh, shite, he does not jest. Never fear, for my wings are far faster than your trebuchet.
The trebuchets were quite, in fact, a match for the dragon. He lasted 13 seconds. With the evil dragon dead, everyone lived happily ever after.
Yeah! All right, everyone, thank you for coming to Fantasy Bridge.
It's been a great time this year.
Good night, everybody.
Is that the potion bag?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. What do we got in the potion bag?
It's literally just tomato juice.
We have that.
All right, ready? Wait.
Human bake, that's
Human
what we need.
made. No, not carrots here. I'm sorry. Oh, cool. All right, ready? All right, use your wand. Get him out.
Platio convenienza!
Hey, swish and flick a little more.
Platio convenienza! Oh, here it goes.
Go looking back for me. Can't resist carrots. Get in the bag!
Right there.
Get on in. Sit down. All right, scoop. Scoop.
Oh no. I think I have a revival potion somewhere.
Nah, I think we just ordered them. One more. Thank you, everybody, and good night.
Hello everyone and welcome to History Lovers 2018. Although it is the Christmas spirit, we're taking it a little elsewhere and we're going to go throughout time and explore the history of death.
It all started thousands of years ago with the cavemen. Although the revival their innovation based
million years into the future to 30 AD or 36 AD, depending on your source.
Jesus of Nazareth has been doing his thing for about 3 years now, before the Romans start to get really ticked because, well, Jesus has been shaking their faith.
So they sentence him to death. But it doesn't work out too well. So that's why we have Easter.
No, no! Let's not do this one. Maybe, it's a little offensive. It's Christmas. Anyways, let's jump forward now to follow the Vikings on their journey across the Atlantic Ocean.
They weathered the cold and the ice as they traveled far and the
sure we're excited. Like all travelers, they decided to chill out and settle in Iceland.
It's very cold.
Later say it in the face.
I think it's very yes. A good dog. I hope I don't freeze to death.
Jeff, he was gonna say Jeff, you know, before he died. And this actually transitions perfectly into our next step, which is a time riddled with cavalry, horses, chainmail, swords, pants that are too tight, and much more. The medieval era. This time has some of the best deaths on the history of the planet, with not only executions, but also jousting.
Coming forth, my noble steed.
Doth thou be my challenger, nay?
Yes, it, sire.
Finest steed in all the land, approacheth to thy
Mount thy vessel.
The year is 1394.
49. It was the first year in recorded history where the population actually decreased. It was also the first year in recorded history where people thought, maybe we should try bathing once in a while.
And maybe we shouldn't keep mice for pets. Welcome to the stage of the bubonic plague.
Oh, my beautiful Ray. Boy. Oh, how I love you. Come here, give me a kiss.
2 weeks later.
Why, God, why? Oh, Gladwin, take my Remy. Good little rat.
2 weeks later. Columbus. Columbus, along with many, many settlers, traveled to America years ago, and he was the first one to find the slave. Except for the thousands of people who already lived here.
In fact, Columbus and his men believed they had actually circumnavigated the globe and landed in India. At last, I have found India. This is America.
You must be the Indians.
No, I'm an American. This is America. I'm a Native American.
Are you sure you're not an Indian?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Are you sure? I think you're Indian.
No, I'm not Indian.
Okay.
The settlers got a bunch of help from the Indians, and they were helped right through those harsh winters due to their help.
And Columbus helped the Indians by giving them illnesses, enslaving them, and killing them.
And now that guy has multiple cities named after him and a national holiday.
Anyways, let's jump ahead now to everyone's favorite period of history, the late 16th century.
Nothing was really going on and everyone was bored all the time.
Oh, man.
What's wrong, dude?
It's the old times.
Boring!
Man, where even are we?
Like Salem, Massachusetts?
I got an idea. What if we, I know I'm just spitballing here, but like what if we just lured a bunch of girls into a river, accused them of being witches, and then see what happens?
Yeah, it sounds like a good idea.
Yeah! Let us now go to 1864 with the rise of the Oregon Trail.
We wish that there was more to tell you about this one. However,
Everyone died of dysentery.
now classically known as one of the greatest deaths, well, not greatest, but one of the biggest deaths of all time, with over 1,503 people dying by Titanic.
Since the Titanic sinking, there has been a very successful
Jack, I changed my mind, I do love you.
Quiet! Close your eyes.
Must have hit an iceberg or something really stupid like that.
We hit an iceberg!
Oh, crap. What are we gonna do?
Okay, if you jump, I'll jump. There's no room on the raft. I will never let you go, Rose.
Always love you, Jack. Alright. Now on to the late 70s and early 80s. A new plague was wreaking havoc among the American population with no cure in sight.
This epidemic was widely named Boogie Fever! A lot of people couldn't handle the passion and fire behind this new riveting wave of music.
Anyways, last but certainly not least, let's take it to modern times.
Oh my God, is that Zac Efron?
Oh my God, Zach, let me kill me!
Run me over with a bus! Baby, come here!
Smile?
Oh gee, yes, it literally murdered me. Death has taken me.
I think we're good with this stuff. They get the point. You can go now.
Well, if it wasn't clear, that was the entire history of death as we know it.
My name is Luke.
And my name is Daniel.
And we are the History Lovers.
There he is. Ladies and gentlemen, Thespian Officer Daniel. Somebody in the theater program, there are a number of you who share this unique experience. You're someone who celebrates both Hanukkah and Christmas. Would you be able to share a little bit and tell us about that experience that you've had?
Yeah, absolutely. So my mom grew up in Finland, so she's Lutheran, as everyone else is there, and they obviously celebrate Christmas. And then my dad, he's Jewish, so he celebrates Hanukkah. So I've been celebrating both since a young age, lighting the menorah a couple weeks prior to putting up the Christmas tree, although we don't do the Christmas tree, but it's the mentality, you know? So celebrating both has always been a super fun experience, and although I wish there were more presents, it's more about experiencing both than I
You sounded so genuine about how you enjoy experiencing both, and the presents don't really.
Of course. And now we're going to welcome to the stage sophomore Lily Ewing, singing a song called Mele Kalikimaka.
On a bright Hawaiian Christmas day.
and gentlemen, thespian president, Maddie. One of my favorite things about Cabaret, and I would hope this goes for you guys as the thespians and even the alumni to come, is that I think every year we create a different set of memories from Cabaret because of the things that are performed on stage, whether they go off swimmingly or not. Just, I guess, being with each other in general here at Cabaret. So what would you say are some of your fondest and or best holiday memories?
I would have to say one of my favorites is a couple Christmases. My mom and I would go to New York City and see the shows. We would go to Central Park and just like look at all the snow and the trees. And just New York City at Christmas time is one of my favorite places. Yeah.
It's actually amazing.
Yes.
And that can also go on to Christmases.
But I would say that would be one of my favorite holiday memories.
Awesome. Thank you.
Alrighty, and next up, I am pleased to present Juliana Withy, Anna Giametta, Helena Machalski, Marina Hanna, and Olivia Truman, otherwise known as the Jingle Bells, giving you a twist on a holiday classic.
Alright guys, so I know we did something like this last year, you know, the 12 Days of Christmas parody. It was like really funny. I wonder what we're gonna do this year. Wait, isn't Helena supposed to be doing this with us? I don't know. I mean, like, she's pretty late. I bet she's at dance.
This is no surprise.
Bet she rolls up with a bun that's jumbo size. Oh my god, guys. Oh, I'm so sorry. The traffic was like really bad and I need to get coffee and I was coming all the way from dance. Yeah, we know. Jingle bells, her eyes have swelled, no wonder she's always late. She never sleeps or gets off her feet, her face looks like a beet. What is up with that? She eats all her stress.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to Taco Bell. I can't take it.
Taco Bell makes you fat.
What? What'd you say?
Jingle bells, she always yells.
Shawn Mendes is hot.
I'm in church because she must rehearse her favorite Bible verse. Her favorite Bible verse. Yeah. Anna loves to sing.
If you didn't know,
she says it's her dream. Despite that, we all know what she really wants. More than get to sing is for that special one. Promise ring. Did you not learn your lesson last year? That's it. And okay. Jingle bells, collect yourself. We know Dan's a senior. Get some sleep, he's leaving. Okay, all right, guys. This is like kind of sad. I think this is like funny joke time. That is done. Now Christmas time has come. We get this isn't fun. You know what was fun? Going to Israel. Jingle bells.
Camp. She goes to Jewish camp.
Here comes Olivia, right from her chem test. Please don't talk to her, because she will repress
all of her feelings, except of those for Gabe.
He may live far away, but they hang night and day. Jingle bells, she's sure to tell about her date with Gabe. Sure they're cute, but how about us? Can we all have a girls' day? Actually, we have like a dinner reservation at 8, so I'm gonna have to go. Okay, but that's not even fair, because I don't even get to go out because of school. Don't even get me started about school. Jingle bells, taking L's, hit me with a sleigh.
I know, school is stressful, right, not fun, but it's break now. We have each other.
Break is here, now we cheer, time for sleep and rest. Surely we rose, but let's all toast, our friendship is the best. Alright, next up we have Sam and Savannah performing the Christmas scene. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on water's open sleigh. Hey!
Hi. Are you okay? You
It's
sure do
Christmas.
like Christmas?
Well, what's not to like, you know? Santa, presents, eggnog, candy canes, no school. Did I mention presents?
I mean, I can agree with you for the most part, but don't you think Santa's a little bit sketchy?
How? And what are you talking about? The big fat jolly dude who delivers presents, Saint Nick, Santa Claus, presents?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. The elves, the reindeer. Does it seem to you like there's a lot of bullying going on at the North Pole? I mean, don't get me started on the Rudolphs and how them pop and playing their reindeer games. And don't even get me started on the elf that wants to be a dentist.
I'm sure if there was any bullying, Santa and Mrs. Claus would have taken care of it.
I mean, yeah, if Mrs. Claus is even around.
Wait, why wouldn't she be around?
I don't know, maybe because he's cheating on her?
Cheating on her?
I mean, how else would you explain Mommy kissing Santa Claus beneath the mistletoe last night?
No, that was just a song. We all know it's just a song.
Sure? Sure. That's what they all say. And bang! It's on the front page of the National Enquirer. Of course Mrs. Claus loved it. That explains his drinking problem.
Drinking problem?
How else do you explain getting run over by a reindeer? Did he come home checking or just flew back to the North Pole?
That's it! I'm done! You're ruining Christmas for me!
She got off easy. I mean, I didn't even get a chance to put her Santa's secret hacking operation. How else do you know if you're being naughty or nice?
Up next, ladies and gentlemen, for your viewing pleasure, Edward Doty singing You'll Be Back from Hamilton.
Hello, everyone. It is I, King George. It's good to see me too, isn't it? You say the price of my love's not a price that you're willing to pay. But you hurl in the sea when you see me go by. Why so sad? I know we made an arrangement when you went away. Now you're making me mad. Remember, despite our estrangement, I'm your man. You'll be back, soon you'll see. You'll remember you belong to me. You'll be back, time will tell. You'll remember that I served you well. So shut your eyes, empires fall. We have seen each other through it all. And when push comes to shove, I will send a fully armed battalion to remind you of my love. La 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 da 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 you say our love is draining and you can't go. You'll be the one to complain when I am gone. And no, don't change the subject, 'cause you're my favorite subject. My sweet, submissive subject. My loyal, loyal might go mad. So don't throw away the thing we have, 'cause when push comes to shove, I will kill your friends and family and that guy right there. To remind you of my love. Da 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 da. Da 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 ya. Da 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 ya. Da 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 ya. Da da. Everybody. Da.
Freshman Nat Harper,
and she will be singing the song Christmas Lullaby.
I'll never have the power to control the land, or conquer half the world, or claim the sun. I'll never be the kind who simply waves her hand and has a million people do the things I wish I'd done. But in the eyes of heaven, my place is assured. I carry with me heaven's grand design. Glory, ah, glory, I will sing the name of the Lord, and He will make me shine. And I will be like Mother Mary, with a blessing in my soul. And I will give the world my eyes so they can see. And I will be like Mother Mary, with a blessing in my soul. And the future of the world inside of me. In the eyes of heaven, my place is assured. I carry with me heaven's grand design. Glory, ah, glory, I will sing the name of the Lord, and He will make me shine. And I will be like Mother Mary, with a blessing in my soul. And I will give the world my eyes so they can see. And I will be like Mother Mary, with a blessing in my soul. And the future of the world inside of me. inside of me.
Give another round of applause for all of the performers. We are at our last performance of the evening. I would like to present to you. Did I hear a sigh? Did I hear a soft? Oh. I think some people are like, ah. Our last performance of the evening, I would like to present to you Mia Potenzini, Maddie Burwell, and some special surprise guests doing a little ditty called Christmas Extravaganza.
Oh, Jenny, are you feeling the Christmas spirit?
No!
Why not?
Well, I wanted to make Santa a Christmas feast, but as I was roasting the chestnuts, I burned them all. I just ruined Christmas.
But as Jenny cried the most amazing thing happened. Her tears were so full of love that as they hit the nuts were watered, and they turned into the amazing Mr. Chestnut.
The best damn Christmas party of your life! Go ahead, Alex. You ready, Jenny? Oh, yeah! Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the waves, a beautiful sight. We're happy tonight! Walking in a chestnut winterland. I'm just kidding, Jenny, the lyric is winter. In the meadow, build a snowman. And pretend I see horse come around. Who is that? Are you married? We'll say, don't get fresh with me. But you can do a job when you're in town. Later on, we'll conspire as we dream by the fire. Face unafraid, the plan that we made, walking in a chestnut winterland. Woo! Okay. Now this is the Christmas extravaganza. Is it we can't float? Okay, you can leave now. Do that. Done. We're gonna slow it down, okay? The Christmas intimacy-tacular. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Ouch! Sounds painful. I don't think so. Stable. Just hear those stables ringing. Jing, jing, jiggling too. Come on, it's lovely weather for slaying. Look at you, Mr. Marketing. Outside the snow is falling. Your friends are calling you. There's no words. Come on, it's lovely weather for slaying. Come to get on this one.
Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. Just look at the show. We're riding in a wonderland of snow.
Giddy up, it's great. Just holding your hand. We're ready to lock this song in a wintry fairyland. Together to break the feather of me. Racing the road for the city of North Artillery.
Or more.
Come on, it's lovely weather for sailing together. You and you and you. Woo! Okay, everyone, this is my friend Rudolph. What do you want? Oh, you wanna sing a song at the Mr. Chestnut extravaganza? Okay. I know you're gonna get out very well. Give it a try, okay? Silent night. Dulcet tones. A holiday favorite amongst the masses. It's just called Silent Night for all you who aren't familiar. Okay, it's taking a little bit of a long time. We're gonna have to, pick up the tempo a little bit, okay?
performers. Another round of applause. Thank you to Tina and to Nick and to Jillian. Without these guys, those guys, them guys, and yous guys, I would be a nobody. So thank you again very, very much. Have a wonderful night. We love you.